What's up, everybody? This is Big D once again from the Freedom for You and Me channel. Today is the 16th of June 2009. I haven't made a video for a while, just haven't had the time to do so. So first, let me say thank you to all the new subscribers that we have. Greatly appreciate that. Couple points of interest. I was on the Alex Jones show today. You know, if you can hear it in retransmission, then do that. But I brought up something that I'll get to here in a minute, that I think every person is overlooking, every media outlet and everyone, and this is something that everyone needs to look into, statewide and citywide. And you can do so by doing a Freedom of Information Act that you can file with your city or your state. Anyway, you know, I want to get to that here in just a minute. This is going to be a shorter video than usual. I saw something on Drudge Report today that just made my skin crawl. ABC News turning over to Obama. Go to Drudge Report, look it up. I think it's the 24th of this month. ABC News is now going to be coming out of the White House. They're going to be reporting directly from the White House on government health care, with no opposing views and so forth. They're basically allowing the White House to be overtaken ABC News. You know, we all know that NBC and that company is already hooked up with the White House through propaganda, whatever it is you want to call it. They are for Obama. You know, that's fine, whatever. But not allowing oppositional views to be stated on these channels. This is I don't know. We're walking down a dangerous line here. You know, the media, newspapers, everything is going to start asking for a bailout, and they'll get it. And once they get the bailout, there's the end of the free press right there. And I think what you're going to witness now is the beginning of that. You know, the New York Times is going under. Nancy Pelosi said that she wanted to give money to her local newspaper because they're hurting as well. Well, tough shit. You know, if you don't have good news that people want to listen to, you go out of business. It's the way shit works. It's the way shit works. You know, I just wanted to point that out, and there'll be more news on that to come. What I wanted to point out is every state, every city, even the federal government has two sets of books. Two, count them. One is the one you always hear about, the budget. You know, here in Illinois, I should have brought the newspaper in. $9 billion in cuts is what the governor is proposing, that we're going to just pull the rug out from underneath everybody unless they get these massive tax increase hikes that they're trying to fight for. $9 billion in cuts, which would basically supposedly cut off all government services to the people. It's all bullshit. It's all lies. Everything you're hearing in your city and state is all lies. Now, there's something that's called C.A.F.R. C.A.F.R. It's Comprehensive Annual Financial Report. Comprehensive Annual Financial Report. Google it. Check it out. Look it up. Basically, the way it works is you're only told about one set of the books, the budget. You know, if you guys can follow me on this example, say you only make $100 a week. Okay, you make $100 a week, but you tell your wife or your husband that our budget is $10 a week. So you go out and you spend $15. Well, now you're $5 over budget, never having told the other person about the other $85 that you make. All you're telling them is we're $5 over budget. So now you have to go out, get another job, you know, or as the state's concerned, we have to raise taxes in order to cover that budget shortfall. They're never telling you about the other $85 that's made. So Illinois is now saying that they're $9 billion in the hole. It's actually $9 billion in cuts, and you know, we're 11 or 12 billion in the hole. Well, no one, absolutely no one's doing it, and I found this online. You can too. I'll give you that information here in a minute. Is in 2003 alone, you know, basically what the state has done is they've taken that extra $85 in that example and invested that. They've bought companies, they've bought stock, they've bought any and everything they can get their hands on, which is why they're allowing companies to have, you know, they're allowing companies to be privatized, take over certain companies because they own it. Okay, you're never hearing about that. You're never shown that. You've never heard about that. It's keeping a set of double books is what it is, and you're only being told that, you know, things are so shitty, things are so terrible, things are this, that, and the other. You know, Illinois in 2003 alone made $17 billion on its investments in private companies that it held. Where's the money? That's in 1 year they made $17 billion surplus on top of everything. You know, all you're hearing about is the budget, the down here part. They're up here with their money. They're never telling you about this. The truth sucks, guys. You're being scammed. It's a complete scam what you're hearing on the state, local. We have to raise taxes. We have to fill the potholes. We have to keep, you know, firefighters employed, and we have to have policemen on the streets. We have to have this. It's all bullshit. It was started in 1946 by the UN. States, counties, municipalities, everything else has taken that formula, that way of cooking the books legally, if you will, and they've only told you about the shortfall. You know, they use all these scare tactics where, you know, you're not going to have a fireman show up at your door if they don't get this money. It's all bullshit. It's all a lie. It's a complete scam, and they're not telling you where the money's at. So here's where you go. Now, it's you need to look up your local and state comptroller's office and Google in C.A.F.R. reports. So what they've done, now that some of this information has been getting out here in the last couple of years, is they're only reporting on certain aspects of this report. They're not giving you the entire amount. So what I've done here locally and statewide is filed for a Freedom of Information Act. We'll see what the response is with that. I'll keep you guys posted. But I suggest you do the same thing. I suggest you go to your city council. I suggest you go to your state and ask them to see the reports. Ask them. The money's there. They're not telling you where it is. You know, here's something that may hit home for you guys. And I put this on our local newspaper's got a blog. And I put it on there. A day later, they took it off. If this doesn't hit home, I don't know what will. Illinois made enough money to not only send people to college that wanted to go and for free, they could also pay you to go to college. That's how much money that is. That's huge. Same thing for the government. The government's got a $30 trillion overrun they're not telling you about. All that money's being shifted and hidden, and you're worried about the right hand while the left hand is pumping all this money all over the place. It's all a scam. It's a complete scam. Wake up. The media's getting taken over because people like you, people like me, in the truth movement are finding this stuff out and getting the word out. Another quick little tidbit. The Cybersecurity Act of 2009, people say that, oh, they can't shut off the web, they can't shut off the web. And this is what I was on Alex Jones' station today about, is if you go to msn.com, okay, go down there, look it up, they're reporting that the state-run internet, you know, the Iranian government controls it, shut it off due to civil unrest. The hell do you think is going to happen here? Click. It's all off. And for those of you that say that it can't happen, it's already getting set up. The groundwork's being laid. This stuff does not happen overnight. It's all done by design. That's the way they want it. If it happens too fast, there'd be blowback. They've been planning this kind of stuff for, you know, decades. And now it's starting to come into fruition. Also, you're not hearing much about this either. The Russian president came out again today and called for a new world reserve currency to dump the dollar, which I think has a little bit to do with the Dow going down 80 points and then, you know, 200 the day before, whatever. Stock market's a joke as well, but we won't get into that. C.A.F.R. comprehensive annual financial reports. Look it up. You want to get pissed, you want to get mad, you want to say, why the hell am I paying all this freaking money for property taxes and state, local, whatever? There'd be no need for taxes. None. You need to wake up. Welcome to the truth.